Okay, testing, testing, testing. Okay, I think we're good. Ladies and gentlemen, to all of you viewers out there, thank you for tuning in to the Swather Sports Network's broadcast of this first match against the Larned Indians versus Nickerson. Today I am joined by Swather volleyball player Alex Martin.
Hi.
I think we have Alex up here to do a quick little interview before the second set gets underway between Nickerson and Larned. Alex, how has this season gone thus far for the Swathers?
It hasn't been as great as it has been in the past, but we have a lot of potential. I think we have the most potential in the league to improve. So the beginning, it hasn't been that great, but I think there's a lot of hope for the future.
Yeah, the story for the Swathers throughout the season has been bringing that young experience that hasn't played a lot of varsity volleyball into the fold this year, and you've definitely continued to prove throughout the year. What has your role as a senior been to help those young players get accustomed to varsity?
You just got to be encouraging because they look up to me. So I can't get down on myself because then they'll get down on themselves. And if I am not positive towards them, then they'll think they can't do it, and they really can. So we just got to be positive and stay encouraging.
Very good words there. What's up next for the Swather volleyball team after these 2 games today?
We take on, we play this weekend at Clay Center, part of the Council Grove tournament. And then we go to Hoisington to face Beloit and Southeast of Saline on Thursday.
Okay, do you have any final words, Alex, for the viewers out there?
Go Swathers!
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's broadcast of this first game of the Hesston Swathers versus the Larned Indians. This game is supposed to start at 6 o'clock, and it looks like we'll be starting right on time there. And after this, we will have Nickerson versus Hesston in the match at 7 o'clock. Hesston comes into this match with a record of 4-9. Larned comes in with a record of 0-17. To start off tonight's match, we'd like to just remind you that the AV program is putting on tonight's broadcast, so make sure to support them whenever you see them. Tonight, I am joined by my co-commentator, Braden Bruner.
Hello, guys.
Braden, can you share what expertise you have in the volleyball realm that makes you qualified to commentate this match?
This week, we have started in team sports volleyball.
Wow. Never would have thought that a team sports unit in volleyball would qualify you for commentating, but, you know, sometimes you have to do with what you do, Braden. So, what are going to be the keys to tonight's game for the
Honestly,
Hesston
I believe the
Swathers?
scoring to 25 first will win us this game.
Wow. Yep, that is very true. Tonight's match will be a best 2 out of 3. The first of 2 sets wins tonight, and they all will be played to 25 points. As we're getting ready for action here, it looks like Larned will start serving. Number 2, Nikki Taylor, will be back for the Indians to serve here. Libero for Hesston, Corinne Yoder, is coming in and will come in for Addison Copeland and go play in the back row there. I think we're underway in action here. They'll set it up to Keeker. Taylor makes a nice play. Go to Frouse. And the serve was too far back, but she's able to get a piece of it and set it up over the Indian blockers. And now find a hole. That'll put number 12, Anna Humphreys, back to serve for the Swathers as Sophia Becker comes in for Faith Elliott. That would be the first hitting error of the match for the Indians there. What do you think about that point there, Braden?
That's very good for Hesston. It makes it very easy when they don't have to return it at all.
Yeah, when you're unable to get a hit back, it's pretty hard. Keeker goes with the side swipe. And they won't get it back, and that'll be a double hit called on Taylor there. Oh, put Humphreys back to serve, up 3-0 in this first set here. She'll go a nice little float serve. Taylor will set it up. Number 19, Cameron Edelman, whose hit goes into the net. And number 9, Jaden Pinkston, will rotate in for Edelman there. Humphreys still a serve, up 4-0 here. They continue to attack. Number 3, Julia Tapia. And her pass goes over the net where Keeker and then Frouse were able to put that one down. They continue to go to Tapia. That'll be Pinkston hit. This is long for another Swathers point. Anna Humphreys with her first ace of the match there. That'll send the libero, Cagney Lamuz, in. Oh, another ace. Back-to-back aces for Humphreys there. Braden, what do the Indians need to do to be able to break Humphreys' serving here?
I believe communication is the key here.
Yep, and that hit will go left. to the left side, and Humphreys will serve, looking to get to double digits here in this first set with the Indians still not up at 1. That'll fall right in for Anna's third ace of this first set. She's rattling them up right now. Another nice serve, and that'll be another ace for Humphreys, and that'll be the first timeout called by the Larned Indian coach. I'd like to make a quick shout out at this time to the Hesston Community Foundation. Thank you to the Hesston Community Foundation for providing a nice grant to the AV program that has allowed us to grandfather in a lot more participants in the AV program. Aren't you one of those, Braden?
Yes, I am.
What can you say about the how gracious the Hesston Community Foundation has been in allowing you to participate in the AV program?
You know, oh, it looks like the game is about to start.
What a comment by Braden there. He's a rookie on the mic, ladies and gentlemen, so give him a little patience. To all of you viewers out there. Well, after that timeout, Hesston's up 11-0, and Humphreys still to serve. She'll continue to attack that weak area of the court, and the Indians will finally get their first point of this match with Pinkston's hit going off of Yoder's hands. That'll put James Hagerman back to serve. And she'll hit it back nice. And Keeker is able to put that one down and give the service back to the Swathers. And now she'll send herself back to serve. Keeker does lead the Swathers in aces, but I'm not quite sure if she does after that service run by Humphreys there. She almost got her 20th ace there, but Indians managed to return it, and the free ball was out right. And Keeker's second hit will be a miss hit and will go in the net. It's really been quite a lack of energy for both teams, don't you think, Braden?
Well, for Hesston, it seems to be very energetic, but it seems to be polar opposites on the other end.
That's a nice save by the setter, Humphreys, but Copeland is unable to make a play on that ball. And Lamuz will serve again for the Indians, down 3-13. That's a nice serve there to Feralis. Humphreys will set up Becker. It'll be saved, but the setter is unable to make it in time. That'll put Feralis back to serve, up 14-3 in this first set. That's a nice serve by Feralis there down the right. But the Indians managed to get a pretty good hit on it, and they'll go back row attack from Feralis. She'll go straight to Libero, and Becker will hit again, and they're going to call that Becker was in the net there and give the point to the Indians. Swathers have gotten off to quite the start here, haven't they, Braden? That'll be
Yes, they have.
Shank from Yoder there. Give the ace to Pinkston. What do you have to say about that, Braden, do you think?
Well, for Hesston, this is a great start.
Service error there by Pinkston. We'll put Becker back to serve. Up 15-5 in this first set. It's been a pretty quick set. We're only 5 minutes into this match, and Swathers are only 10 points away from taking this first set here. That service run by Humphreys off the start. 12 straight. Really got the Swathers in a good position to take control of this first set, don't you think, Braden?
Yes, they have. They are firmly ahead.
Becker's ace will find the court right between Hagerman and Lamuz. And we're back to action here. Nice serve there by number 8 from the Indians, but Martin will get up, and the block attempt off there is going to go left. Swathers there on the serve there was Reagan Crable. That'll put the libero Corinne Yoder back to serve for the Swathers.
It looked to be a good set for Alex Martin. Couldn't get it down.
Yeah, she was able to get that one high enough, and Martin got a really nice hit on that, and she'll put another one down off the shanked set there. And Yoder will serve 20 to up 20 to 6 here.
Way long.
Didn't get a wrist through there, and it's going to sail out of bounds there. Yoder will serve. 4 more points to go until this first set is clinched for the Swathers. That'll be a free ball coming back, and it'll barely tip the net, and it's going to be another free ball coming. Just kidding. Diedrich's third pass attempt falls into net there. Now calling a rotation error there on the Swathers. Give the point back to the Indians, serving down 8 to 21.
Spike by Alex Martin.
Yep. We don't call them spikes, by the way. Call them hits.
It was not a spike. It was a hit.
That was a nice back set from Fralis there, and that serve from Tapia will go into net. Put Martin back up to serve with 3 points to go to close out this first set. I think if you're the Swathers, you have to be pretty happy with how you played. You knew coming into this match that you were probably the better team, but you really have been proud, if you're Coach Peters, with the way your team has executed. You haven't really made mistakes.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree. If you're Peters, you're going to have to be pretty happy for Hesston.
We'll have senior Erica Pope to serve to come in to finish this one out for the Swathers, up 23-9. And that'll be a timeout from the Indians there. We'd like to say thank you to the Swather Power Club for supporting all Hesston High School activities and athletics. Did you know that the Swather Power Club is the one and only Hesston High School Booster Club, and that anyone who signs up to be a member automatically enters the student of their choice to win one of 2 $1,000 college scholarships? Right now, you can join Swather Power Club for free. Look for them at the Swather. Look for the Swather Power Club on the Hesston High School website menu, or visit them on Facebook. There's it. Braden, are you a member? Is your parents a member of the Swather Power Club?
My parents are not.
Wow, they really need to be getting on that, you know? It's a $1,000 college scholarship, right?
I will make sure to tell them this.
Nice pass from Pope there. We'll set up for Alice. No, keep this ball. Indians keep this ball alive. That was a nice line hit there from Hagerman. Now I get the Indians back to the original rotation with Taylor serving. The ball. And Hagerman's hit going to the net there. But Humphreys back to serve, who started this set for the Swathers to try to finish this one out with the score of 24-10. And that'll be the end of this first set. The Swathers will take it with the score of 25-10. What do you have to think about that, Braden?
Again, I think Miss Spears should be really happy about this first set. It showed really great execution, and they ended up winning it.
Yeah, you knew coming in. Yeah, you knew coming in that you were likely the favorites to win, and that this Larned Indian team is definitely still a work in progress, and you are too. But I think you have to be really proud of the way your girls executed and played solid volleyball, which is what they're going to need to beat Nickerson later.
I agree.
Well, after that first set, Swathers will serve to try to close out this match in 2. They seem pretty loose over there on the bench, don't you think, Braden?
Yes, I do.
To start off second set action, that'll be an ace for Martin. Nice, another nice serve from Martin. She'll go back to serve up 2-0. Speaking of Martins, I'm joined up here in the Swather Sports Network broadcasting group by another 2 Martins. Just thought that a fun fact for all you viewers out there. Martin will pass that one off, and Humphreys will set up for Alice. Puts a nice hit on the ball and gets the kill there for the Swathers. And that'll be another ace for Martin as Larned Indians shanked it off there into the bleachers. It's another fast start for the Swathers in set number 2. Taylor went up, or Keeker went up for the block there and was unable to get it there, but made a nice pass to keep it up, but it just leaked over the net. And the Indians were able to put that one down to cut the Swather lead to only 3 in the early in the second set. Taylor will be back to serve for the Indians, and that one will be another service error for the Indians as Sophia Becker rotates in for Faith Elliott. Humphreys back to serve, who led that big rally, and she'll find her 5th ace of the match. That'll be an early timeout from the Larned Indian coach there. Oh, just kidding. Just a rotation there during the serve. And, oh, about a nice serve there from Humphreys, but it'll fall in the net for a service error. The Swathers have uncharacteristically avoided the service errors thus far in this match, and that'll be a big help if they're able to play the Nickerson Wildcats like that. Becker, it's nice hit. Gives her the kill, and that'll put Keeker back to serve. Up 7-2 here in the second set. And she finds line on this near side here. Indian players thought it was out. The line judge ruled it in, and they're going to give the ball back to the Swathers. There may have been some confusion. Now I am joined by a switch in the commentator crew. Max Warner is here. Max, say hi to the viewers.
Hello, everybody. It's nice to be joined and commentating. It's always been a goal of mine, and I'm excited for the night tonight.
Max, what are some of your credentials to be a volleyball commentator?
You know, I think the biggest thing here is being electric. You know, never lacking in energy, and you know, just always live it here.
Yep, well, you've already said more words than Braden did, so I think you're doing a great job.
Yep, you know it. Thank you very much.
Shout out to Braden Brenner.
Score is 9-5. Larned over. Serving here.
Yep. It'll be Pinkston to serve, and her serve will fall into the net for another service error for the Indians. Just had too many of those to be able to be competitive in this match. Max, don't you think?
Yeah, I'd say so. And you see here with the Swathers, little pegged with some injury and sickness. You see Johnston out, and little bit of girls missing practice earlier from sickness and maybe a little bit of an injury.
Yeah, a couple Swathers are banged up, but they're looking pretty good. After that service change, we'll have Becker back to serve, up 11-5.
Becker over, hoorah! Oh, good serve.
That'll be a hitting error for number 3, Tapia.
Becker, another one. Kind of picking out players who to serve here, and you know, finding the weak links and kind of hitting near 20, and she's not passing too well at the moment.
Yeah, the Swathers have really been picking their poison and have been able to get a lot of aces in this match. And if they can continue serving well, that's going to be a really big benefit against Nickerson later.
Loving to see it. Another great serve. Just picking who to hit, too, and it's working well for the Swathers. Martin over.
Looks like Copeland up in the middle, and the Indians may have saved her from going out of bounds there, but she'll set up for Alice there to set up Martin, who goes down the line.
I like that, Jackson.
But I think they may have ruled her under the net.
You want to scratch that?
And they will give the point to the Indians there. Quite a nice hit, though, by Martin, don't you say, Max?
I'd say it had some anger built out throughout the week. She unleashed it there.
Yeah, that was a nice set by Frouse, though, too, to give her enough air to get under that ball. If she had been able to stay on her side of the net, been a nice hit there for the Swathers.
You know, I think the one girl who could pop a volleyball is Alex Martin here. She's a stone cold killer. Diedrich with the point.
And that'll put Cabrero Crenioda, number 0, back to serve. Up 14-6 here for the Swathers. I'll go to Librero, Muzz.
Looking good for the Swathers. They got energy and they are running.
Yep, Crable's hit goes wide left.
You know, this will be a good warm-up, you know. Crowd will be ready for Nickerson, and we should be too.
Yeah, you coming into the game with an 0-17 record, the Indians were probably likely not to face too much of a challenge, but they're able to clean up some communication stuff. They could definitely be competitive against some teams. But not the Swathers today.
They ain't got nothing.
Martin with a nice little cut hit.
There it is. We're passing well. Martin over. That's out of bounds.
Nice long point. The Indians were able to rally and play mistake-free volleyball, which they just haven't been able to, and they got the point. That'll be another service error for the Indians. It's even if they're able to break the Hesston serve, they're just not able to gather up any of their own.
I know I jumped in a little late here, but I'm easy to tell that the Indians aren't serving too well at the moment.
Well, you're doing a great job, Max.
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it.
Especially for your first time on the mic. No, Indians will fail to get that one over in 3 hits here. That'll put Martin back to serve up 17-7. Another
Great
nice serve
serve.
from Martin.
Oh,
That'll be an
yeah.
ace there.
That's a beaut.
Hitting there from Herrera.
Just missed it. Came off the hand wrong there.
Yeah, man, hitting the volleyball when it's going that fast is quite a hard thing to do from my experience.
Not as easy as it looks, Jackson.
For sure, and that'll be another ace from Martin. The Swather servers are really racking up the aces this match. I think Humphreys has 5, Martin has 4. There are a couple others with 2 or 3.
Looking quite locked in. Another one. Oh, just a beauty.
Yeah, nice back to the back right side there of the Indians. Humphreys will set Frouse up, who's blocked at the net, and Keith will go right over the block and just find the hole there. I think that'll count as another ace for Martin there, putting her to 5 on the match.
Making a good run here.
And that'll mean Erica is, Pope is going to come in for Martin to serve this out, and Emily Schmidt's going to rotate in for Harley Ferralis up in the front row there. And that'll be a timeout from the Indians, and at this time we'd like to say thank you to the locally owned Hesston Pharmacy. When you buy local, you allow the pharmacy to be able to do cool things like this and support Hesston High School kids. Thank you, and go Swathers. Well, Max, what have you seen so far from the Swathers that give you confidence that they're going to be able to play with a Nickerson team who has a pretty good record on the year?
I've just been seeing good energy, good communication. and they seem pretty locked in. They're serving well, hitting well, and just all the right things to be a good volleyball team here, and pretty excited for this next Nickerson game.
Yeah, the Swathers' MO all year has been about how they can limit mistakes and communicate better. And while they haven't really had to do that a lot with the service game being so good, they have done a better job when they have needed to at times in this match. I'll go to Schmidt there. I'll go to Schmidt again. And she'll go into the net there. Taylor to serve there for the Indians. Pass took Humphreys into the net, and she was unable to stay out of it. Just attempting to set that ball up there for Keeker. Taylor will serve again, down 9-22 here. Ball blocked at the net. Humphreys will go for the dump set across the net. Pretty easy to do that when there's no one there in the middle of the court to cover.
Great read and great play there. Let's see how these girls can finish.
Erica Pope with a nice dig off the ground, and they'll bounce Becker's hit around a few times, get the Swathers to 24, and match point here. We'll see if the crowd's going to start a slow clap. Doesn't look like they will, but Humphreys will serve to finish this match out.
Great receive there. That's all she wrote there, folks.
Swathers will take this match 2-0 with the first set being 25-10, the second set being 25-9. I think this is going to be all we have for you until pre-game of the Nickerson-Hesston game. So sayonara. So long.
We'll see you later, folks.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to get under action here in less than 3 minutes to go. We have the 5-9 Hesston Swathers versus the 14-6 Nickerson.
Here we go. We are live. It'll be a great game to watch and call here.
Yeah, both teams managed to beat Larned pretty easily in their first matches of the night. But this is looking up to be a much closer match than those two. Well, with a little under 2 minutes to go, because I think you guys can't see the scoreboard right now. Max, who's your player to watch for Hesston this game, in your opinion?
Right here, I'd say keep an eye on Katie Keeker. You see Nickerson with some height there, and we can see what Katie Keeker. She's the tallest one on the team, and let's see how she can compete here, and let's see what she can do.
And for Nickerson, I think we're going to have to go with the great all-around athlete, sophomore Ava Jones. She does it all for the Swather, or for the Nickerson, at least from a hitting perspective, and is able to really put some balls down if she's able to get a good set.
Quite scary to watch. She's got it down and pretty young at a sophomore age. She's been doing good. You know, everywhere. Basketball, volleyball, everything. Been leading the team.
Yeah, she's sitting with a lot of D1 offers there in both basketball and volleyball for sure. So she's definitely the player to watch for Nickerson here. Well, tonight's matchup will be a best 2 out of 3 with all the sets going to 25.
You know, I'm excited, Jackson. It'll be a good one, and it'll be outstanding to watch and call here.
For sure, for sure. As the warm-up clock ticks down, it looks like we're going to get ready to action as soon as both teams are ready. Hesston in the black jerseys will be on the far side, and Nickerson will be on the closest side of the camera here. I think we're working on getting that scoreboard back working. Just give us a second, guys. Okay, and we're back. I think we'll get that scoreboard situation figured out pretty quickly here, but we'll start off.
Oh, that's cold.
There's your player to watch for the start of the game,
Oh,
starting
yeah.
off with a big kill for the Swathers.
We're seeing her, and that's quick. That's what you love to see there.
That'll put Humphreys back to serve here for the Swathers.
Setting her off right. Great free ball here. And bingo! That is 2-0 Swathers. Sophia Becker with the point there. And I mean, as you can already tell here, I mean, the Swathers are coming off the gate. They're up in the net, and they're being aggressive. They're playing good.
Yeah, they were able to keep the Panthers off balance, and that'll be a block from Becker and Keeker there.
You know, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm liking what I am seeing here.
Yeah, there's definitely an added element of energy from the first match here for the Swathers. The student section is now in full force and is ready to cheer their Swathers on.
Here we go. There's no fear in these Lady Swathers over here. Look at that. There we go.
And that'll be a hitting error from number 3, Corey Kaufman. Humphrey still to serve, up 4-0.
Great effort by the Swathers there.
Yeah, Martin had the nice pancake dig there. Put her hand on the ground, popped it up, but it was just a little too far out there. And to serve for Nickerson is number 5, Kieran Ontages.
There it is. Ferralis with a great hit over.
Yeah, nice back set there to set it for Alice up, and there were no blockers there, so she got a free swing at it. When that happens, usually a good hitter is going to put that one down. That's what she did there.
5-1 Swathers, Keeker over. Great effort there.
Yeah, nice play from Ferralis to keep that ball alive. And they'll go to Jones, and that's her first kill of the game, but she put that one down out of the middle there to the left side.
Well, now we know.
Yeah, you know coming in she's going to be a big hitter, but if you're able to keep Nickerson off balance enough where they're not able to set to her.
Little miscommunication there. Got a lucky bounce off the net there. The Swathers come victorious 6-2.
Yeah, that's a big break for the Swathers there. Put Ferralis back there serving with the lead is exactly where you want to be. Probably one of your better servers.
And that is Ava Jones getting the point there.
Yeah, off the block with Abernathy, the freshman.
And you see height. Such a big factor when it comes to this sport. And you know, she's using it well there.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, she was unable to use that height there as her serve goes into the net there.
Ooh, I like that one. 7-3 Swathers, Becker to serve.
I think we had some rotation confusion at the scores table, but I think we're ready to go back to action with Becker serving here. I'll go right at Jones. She'll pass it over the net. Copeland's gets a good hit on it, but it'll be a free ball back for the Swathers there. Dietrich will set up for Alice for the back row attack, and she's going to put it down.
Great ball.
Off the hands onto just. The Swathers up 8-3. This is exactly what you're wanting if you're Coach Peters here. That quick, fast start that has eluded you most of the season.
Of course. I mean, they're clicking out here, and you know, they're just picking away, finding weaknesses in the team, and you know, they're up in the net playing aggressive. You love to see it.
Copeland with the block there. Becker will take a back row attack and miss hit and go into the net there. And Faith Elliott will come in for Becker. To serve for Nickerson, Corey Kaufman.
Oh!
Becker.
Now that's dirty. That
Nice
is dirty.
Cross hip there from Martin to put that one down.
You know, like I said last game, Martin plays angry. She, you know, I said this last game, but I think she's the only person in this gym that can pop a volleyball.
Be interested to see her try, though, that's for sure. Diedrich and Keeker with the block there. They'll go back right to Martin, and she'll go down the line.
Oh, feed the beast. Feed the beast. Loving to see it. No holding back here.
Yeah, the thing you know about Martin is she's going to take a full swing every time she gets the opportunity, and it's working thus far. And another one just out of the reach of Kaufman there. Makes the score 11-4 in favor of the Swathers. Yoder back to serve here.
No mercy here, and I'm loving to see it.
They continue to go at Jones in the service game, not giving her a chance to hit. And Martin will have the block there to make it 12-4, and looks like the Nickerson coach is going to call their first time out of the game. I'd like to make a quick shout out at this time to the Swather Power Club. Thank you for supporting all Hesston High School activities and athletics. Did you know that the Swather Power Club is the one and only Hesston High School booster club, and that anyone who signs up to be a member automatically enters the student of their choice to win one of 2 $1,000 college scholarships? Right now you can join Swather Power Club for free. Look for the Swather Power Club on the Hesston High School menu website or visit them on Facebook. Thank you to the Swather Power Club.
Great opportunity there.
Yeah, well, as we wind down on this first timeout, what has Hesston really done well to give themselves this early lead?
They're up in the net, and like you saw Martin on that very last play, I mean, that's a brick wall they're hitting up against, and you know, even just a tip on that ball, you know, helps out everything with, you know, such good hitters like Jones and all their height on Nickerson. You're loving to see them be up aggressive, and all the communication and energy, you know, you're loving to see this run. The back row attack for Alice. Oh. Never mind here. Point goes over to Nickerson.
I'm getting a real Keeker that was in the net there off that hit, and she probably was. That's the right call there. Down 5-12 to serve for Nickerson. Abernathy.
Just out there as they're trying to feed Martin.
Yeah, that running across your body back set there is a tough play to make, but it's really effective when it does work.
Great effort by Nickerson there.
Diedrich with the smart play to go over the net and not waste time, allowing Nickerson to get back in control there, and she'll go out for Humphreys here with Martin back to serve, up 13-6 in this first set. Nice serve there. That's going to fall down. They continue to either attack Abernathy or Jones in that back row there, and it's been successful in this first set, Max.
Miscommunication, and I love it.
They go to Abernathy again, and almost gets back over the net from Nickerson, but I mean, if I'm the Swathers, and there comes in the libero for Abernathy there, number 1, Destiny Pons.
Continuing to pick out the weak spots of the team, and it's going well.
Service error there from Martin will put Cadence Newman back to serve for the Panthers. A little bit of miscommunication there for the Swathers. Yeah, we'll just see, Gage.
Check with everyone after. But yeah, we'll see. I'll check with everyone after, and we'll see.
Jones off a hitting there. They're trying to go down the line. That means Becker will come in for Elliott here. Humphreys will be back to serve up 16-8.
You see the Swathers here doing a great job. They're keeping a good pace and keeping a good lead. Hopefully they can keep for the next 9 points.
Back row attack there from Yoder. It's going to sail out of bounds. Nickerson has really been able to play even with the Swathers after that initial burst there. And even if you're unable to make the comeback here in this first set, it gives you confidence going into the second one that you can play with them.
Exactly.
But not if they keep doing things like that service error there, and that'll put Keeker to serve up 17-9. We'll see what she can do here.
Great serve. Keeker with some great serves here, and you see the Swathers are just there. They're filling most spots, and when they're communicating, it's going well. Froulis with the tip over.
They'll go to Jones off the back set there, and
There it is in the net.
managed to get a little piece of that one, which really helped him out there.
Out of bounds.
That'll fall into bounds right at the feet of Humphreys there. Keeger with a nice couple of points to push the Swather lead to 9 there, and they'll have McLean, the sophomore, to serve down 9 here.
It's another good little burst there.
After Jones tips off the hit, it's going to fall down for Swather's point, and that'll put Froulis back to serve, who's looking to close this first set out.
That's Copeland blocked.
Jones gets her serve in this time, and it was deep to Humphreys there.
Becker over, good hit there. Keep feeding Becker. Good sophomore player.
I'll go to Martin here, and if it wasn't tipped off the net, that ball was going to find some ground there. And they'll set her up, and she gets a little too excited for that one, I think, and it just sails that long.
Good rally there.
Panthers are trying to claw their way back into this match here. I had to fall off the net, making the score 21-12 with Becker to serve.
In the net, and that is a brick wall. No stopping that. Another block. That's Copeland
Far
there.
from Copeland there. Yeah, the Panthers have been unable to give their hitters open hitting lanes thus far in the match. That's really the story, I think.
Full effort on the Swathers. They're just pouring it on him.
Nice play there from McLean to save that ball from going into the net. But Copeland's hit will go off the fingertips of Jones, and almost gone to the basket there, and the Panthers will use the final timeout of this first set. Score of 23-12. We'll go into the break here. I'd like to make a quick thank you to the Hesston Community Foundation. They provided a really great grant to the AV program that allowed us to bring a lot of new people into the program. And we'd just like to say thank you to the Hesston Community Foundation, who do a lot of great things for the school and the community as a whole. Well, back to action. Down here, down 11 in first set with only 2 points to go for the Swathers. If you're the Panthers, what are you trying to do to build momentum for this second set?
It's just, I mean, you've seen them play before. They've been, they've been a dangerous team, and it's kind of relied to their basics. They've been a good team, and they've had a winning season. There's some stuff they can do to get it going, but with the Swathers, they got energy, and they keep on building. So we'll see what we can do here.
Yeah, when you look at Nickerson and Hesston's record being 13-6 and 5-9, you really would not expect what you have on the scoreboard right now. But after that ace from Becker, the score will be 24-12, and the Swathers are looking to take this first set pretty handily.
11 underdog story. Going over 24th point, just out.
Sometimes the slow clap from the student section can give you a little bit of extra momentum on your serve there.
Yep. Tends to happen.
Especially for a young player like Becker. I'll go to Martin in the middle.
Copeland over.
Now I'll go out for the Swathers, and they'll take the first set, 25-13.
We're sitting good here, Jackson.
Yeah, that was a quite dominating performance from the Swathers there after looking a little bit sloppy against Larned. Sometimes a little bit of worse competition can do that to you. They really showed out against this Nickerson Panthers team.
Great energy. They're playing with max effort, and I got one question for you, Jackson. You like that?
I like that, Max. Like that a lot. Well, both our players to watch have been a little bit shut out of this game. Keeker had that first kill to start the game and had a nice little serving run in there, but hasn't done much other than that. But she's just been playing solid, and I think that's all the Swathers really have asked her to do in the season.
And Jones on the other side. She's been, she's been incorporated a little less in this team here. You see, you get a couple points here off a couple running hits, and those points were pretty electric. But we've been able to track Jones and been able to get up in the net and kind of get a piece of her balls.
Yeah, when they're not being able to rotate because the service isn't changing sides, it's harder for Jones to get in the front row where she's more natural. And when she's in the back row, the Swathers are really attacking her with the serve to keep her out of the game. With a minute to go until we start action back up, I'd like to remind you that tonight's match is a best 2 out of 3. With both the next 2 sets, if we need them, going to 25 points. Also like to remind you of the upcoming sporting events for the Swathers. Swathers volleyball team will play next in Clay Center, I believe, on Saturday morning. So if you want to make the long trek out there, that's definitely an option for some of you Swather fans. The Swather tennis team will be having regionals on Saturday in Buhler, so make sure to go support them if you're in the area. And the Swather football team will continue district action against Halstead at home on Friday night, and that's going to be the last regular season home game for the football team, so make sure to catch that if you haven't been to a game yet this year. Speaking of football, Max, as a football player, do you have anything to say about Friday before we get action underway?
I'm excited, and I think the team's excited too. It'll be a good game. It'll be very competitive, and who doesn't love a rivalry game, especially at home, over in Hobbs' House of Pain. It'll be lots of fun to watch and play in and everything.
Hobbs' House of Pain, is that a Is that a player or a coach give a nickname to the stadium?
You know, I don't mean to brag about myself here, but it appeared to me in a dream. And,
Appeared to you in a dream. Wow.
You know, some of that stuff just has to be shared. So legendary.
Yeah. What would I give to name a stadium from one of my dreams, man? That's a pretty cool experience for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Well, as Humphrey starts his action, still serves to Jones, continuing the trend we saw in the first game. But Ontajes is able to put that one down right in front of Yoder, getting the Panthers started off a little bit better than they were in the first set. Keeker is blocked by Jones there.
That block's had some authority to it, but the Swathers are able to get the point here. Scores 1-2-1.
Keeker back to serve with knotted up at 1 here for the Swathers. Should go short into the net. It's a service error for Keeker, and we'll see if that reverses the trend that we saw in the first game with Nickerson having a couple of big service errors in situations. On to Jez. Serves to Frost, and she's going to be called for a lift.
She came off the hands a little wrong there.
Yeah, she kind of got stuck in that in-between state where she didn't know whether to go arms down or try to set it up. It's a tough position to be in. Some miscommunication between Pons and Newman there. Leads to that ball falling in between them where it probably should have been returned. Martin Jones in the middle there had a battle for that ball, and Jones won that one this time. Newman's back row attack will go down as a hitting error as she comes out for Pons there. I'll put Becker back to serve here as Diedrich comes in for Humphreys.
Just some struggles getting the ball over. You know, some of these times with a good pass, they can be able to get it to some of their tall players up in front, but a little bit of miscommunication and maybe a bad initial pass.
Yeah, it's been pretty sloppy thus far for both teams in the second set. There's nothing sloppy about that as Jones puts it down on the left side there. Elliott will come in for Becker to play the back row here. And Jones will go back to serve for the Panthers here, up 5-3 in the second set.
There it is, Alex Martin back at it.
Yeah, they love to when Martin gets the serve and makes a nice pass to the setter who was Frost there that time to go right back to her and just let her hammer one right down the middle with no blockers.
Great duo there.
Nice play from Yoder there to keep that ball alive. And Martin will get a hit at it. And it'll go off Jones' hands pretty far into the stands there.
Ball is out of here.
Quite some juice on that ball.
Great effort there and everything.
Tied back up at 5. Yoder will try to take the lead here for the Swathers.
Rough pass there, able to get it over.
Martin's hit goes long.
A little too much mustard there, Jackson.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate because the serve is really good. And they managed to get a free ball back, but pass and the set were a little off, and that just led to the hit going long. And I think even if the Swathers hadn't returned that one, it was going to be called 4 hits there because no Nickerson player was in the area to block that hit. Nice serve there by Martin, but they're going to rule a illegal block there off the block, which I don't think I've seen that call before from Keeker or Humphreys there, but I'm not quite sure what that was, but that'll put Abernathy back to serve. Prowse is blocked there by McLean and Kaufman. They'll go to Ontajes on the far side. Blocked by... Again, we can definitely hear you, Braden. McLean will take her shot at it. It's a nice rally from both teams here.
Great rally going here.
Yoder with the back row attack almost finds ground, but Ontajes will hit again, and it'll slide right in between Yoder and Martin there. You know, those long points can really be a momentum shifter, and momentum is pretty much everything in the game of volleyball.
It absolutely is. You wonder if they lost a little bit of energy or got a little tired on that long point there. We got Keeker over there for the point.
Yeah, and Becker will rotate in for Elliott, putting Humphreys back to serve, down 7-9. The dump set was blocked there, and Jones will send over a free ball. Humphreys will set up for Alice. His hit attempt was blocked there by Jones. Kaufman will serve up 10-7.
Another running hit there by Jones, and that had some juice to it.
Yeah, they've continued to go back to that play there, and it's been successful. The Swathers aren't really expecting the back set there, and Jones has been able to put a couple down. We'll see if that can get her going. I mean, she really hasn't done much in these matches other than be a force in the middle there. There she goes there. Yoder makes a nice play just to keep that one alive. Humphreys makes another nice play after McLean's dump set there, and they'll go to Jones there, who's able to put that one down, and I think Jones might have some momentum, and I think Coach Peters just called his first timeout there. We'd like to...
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Jackson.
No, go ahead, Max.
Panthers are using their weapons here, and it's helping them make a run. Yeah,
getting Jones involved early and often is definitely the recipe for success for the Panthers. I'd like to take some time to thank the Hesston Pharmacy. Hey, Swather fans, thanks for choosing the Hesston Pharmacy. When you support your locally owned Hesston Pharmacy, you make it possible for us to pass it on to Hesston kids with ads like this. Thank you, and go Swathers. So what's the difference, Max, here between this first and second set of why we are up, Swathers were up 10, and now they're down 5 compared to the first?
You see, you see the Swathers come out in the first set with great energy, and I wonder if the Panthers are, just a little startled from the start. Great game plan coming out here with Coach Peters, and they were cooking pretty early, and as the second set's going on, they look a little tired, and these Panthers are incorporating their star here, Jones, and she's starting to help them make a run and get some energy.
Yeah, well, the Panthers in that first set got Jones stuck in the back row where she can't be as effective as she can, but now she's stuck right at the middle. and she's quite a force where she's at there. They continue to go to Jones, and she'll just try to keep putting it down, and Ferralis tries to dump set that one over, but is unable to get it over the net there. Swathers really need to cut off this rally at this point if they hope to stay in the second set. That's what Becker tries to do with the hit there, and McLean and Jones had some miscommunication there. McLean thought Jones was going to stay middle, but Jones ran to the backside there to have that same play they've done earlier.
3 points. I love him.
And that's what they'll do this time. Jones goes down the line for another Panther point.
Wowza. Jones sitting only at a sophomore, has 2 more years to lead this team. She's already been doing a great job leading this team here. And pretty young team here is the Panthers.
Ferralis, after a couple of tips there, puts that one down. Hopefully giving the Swathers some momentum here. Only down 5. You still have a chance to make a comeback in the second set. And this is who you want doing it for sure, right, Max?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Behind the line, Ferralis. See if she can get a good serve here.
And that's what she'll do.
There it is.
Headed right for the libero pawns there. She was unable to make a choice whether she wanted to go for the pass or the set there.
Just out by Ferralis. Score is 10 Swathers, 15 Nickerson.
That's a really big break for the Panthers. You got to expect that Ferralis is going to rattle off a couple of nice serves, and to have that one go out of bounds is a big break. Shank pass there. Put McLean back to serve. Up 6 here, trying to push this game into a third set. Oh. Tough break for the Swathers. It glances off the net, and that'll be the second time out of the set, called by Coach Peters. At this time, we'd like to say thank you to 2 of our other sponsors, Fuquay Insurance and BMG, 2 proud Hesston businesses, and very thankful for you guys' support. Thank you. Well, what do the Swathers need to do here, Max, to make a comeback in this second set?
I mean, they're seeing everything. That Jones play where she's running, running behind the set. If they can identify that, get up in the net, I think that would be a big help for them there. But just the little things, good passes, keep it communication crisp and everything. I think that would be a good recipe for them to come back down 7 points here.
Well, Jones in the front row, the Panthers have been the winning team, but the Swathers in the first set were just able to make a run with her in the front row or back row, and they just haven't been able to make that same run. But let's see what they can do with this free ball here.
Exactly.
Jones unable to get a full swing. Becker will be set up there. Well, if you're the Swathers here with Becker serving down 11-17, you really need to rattle off a couple of nice serves there. But they're going to set up Jones, and she's blocked by Martin there. May not even been blocked, might have been by the net, but can't quite see that from here. That's exactly what you want to do if you're the Swathers. Get Jones a little frustrated, get the ball back to one of your better servers, and just keep hammering away.
Identifying the plays and following Jones. Martin looks to respond, and they get the point there.
At that time, the Swathers were ready for the Jones hit and had 2 blockers there. And
another one.
Yep. Martin off the net. Set it for Ontajes, who's blocked by Copeland and Diedrich. Jones will hit again. Frowse makes a nice play. Keep that one alive. It'll be a free ball back for the Panthers to Jones. Now they'll do the back set, and she'll put it down again, man. It goes in the same place every time.
They got a good system going.
Yeah, I think if you're the Swathers, even if you're unable to get blockers there, you have to know that she's going to go at that same line every time. Just have someone there to try to make a play on it. Diedrich's hit will go long out of bounds, making the score 19-13 with Jones serving for the Panthers. The Swathers are able to break the service rotation here. They have a chance with Jones in the back row. She's not going to be as effective. Just out of bounds for Martin. And that's a big break for the Swathers as Jones' serve is short into the net. I'll put Yoder back to serve.
Gotta love 3 points.
She'll split the blockers there. Number 12, Casey Oden with the kill there. She'll rotate out of the game for Corey Kaufman. Serve. It's another big letdown for the Swathers. With Jones in the back row, you really feel like you can attack without having her to block or being able to hit from the front row. You feel like you have the advantage, but they've just made a couple of mistakes. And that ball won't come back after 4 hits there. Martin back to serve. You still have a chance on this game for the Swathers, down 7. But you're going to have to play clean volleyball.
Sure will. Jones in the back. We see who they can pick on, and it is Jones. Tipping right past her. Score is 16-22. Nickerson Panthers are up.
Yeah, I think Jones was a little indecisive whether she was going to let that one drop, and she just got caught tipping that ball, and maybe should have let that one go too, but
that set there by Jones looked like she could go high enough for a windmill dunk there.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she could throw one down. Abernathy to serve, and Martin also set Keeker up in the middle there. So not able to get it past Abernathy and off onto Jez.
And we're seeing some respect from the student section. I'm loving to see it.
Yep, shout out to our very own commentator, Max Warner. This will be Humphreys to serve, down 6. Score 17-23. Ontajes is unable to get that one over. It's probably who you want to be, who you want to have serving in this situation with only 2 points to give your highest serving percentage player. Humphreys is going to get the ball in pretty consistently. But Ontajes will put that one down. Give the Panthers set point here. Martin's hit goes over the net, and Jones is going to put that down every single time. And second set will go to the Swathers by a score, or the Panthers by a score of 25-18.
Now that is a electric last play there for the Panthers, and you know that might give them a little bit more energy for this third set here.
Yeah, the worst thing you can do off that is off the serve return is just to put that one back over the net and let their best hitter get a free hit on it. You know, Max, as I'm looking at this Nickerson roster, I see freshman, senior, freshman, junior, sophomore. Senior, freshman, junior, senior. While they do have some seniors, the majority of the people who are on the court at the end of the game, at least, were sophomores and freshmen. I mean, the Nickerson coach really has to have a lot of trust in her young players to put them in that situation.
Very impressive for them to rely on those freshmen and sophomore. Even some of them are just leading the team here. Very impressive to see. As for the Swathers, they're quite a young team too. You know, a couple sophomores that sit on the team, and you know, you get a couple seniors that rotate in there, but you know, the meat of the team is you know, sophomore, junior, and so you see a little bit of them keeping a little bit of the same team for next year, and you know, the preceding year after that.
Yeah, the story the entire season has been the potential that the Swathers have just to get better as they try to get these new players who don't have a lot of varsity experience into the match. I mean, our player to watch this game, Katie Keeker, played little to no varsity last year and has had to play up a big role on the team for the Swathers this year. All right, back to action here in set number 3, the final deciding set here. We have Swathers versus the Panthers, and in a switching commentating, Gage Wilson will be joining me as Max had to leave. Say hi to the people, Gage.
Hello.
Serve from Newman. Your return there from Yoder from the back row attack. Onto Jez will get blocked the net by Keeker and Humphreys, and that'll go down. Humphreys to serve there for the Swathers. Nice serve there. They'll set Jones up, and she'll put that one down, though, right in between Humphreys and Martin there. Her first kill of this third set. We'll have Ontajes back to serve. What do you think about that point, Gage?
It was decent. That was a nice serve by Panthers, but
Yep. They'll set up Becker on the outside there, and she'll go tip over, but they're going to rule her in the net. That was a nice attempt there at a tool. Jones will rocket that one all the way out of bounds. Gage, would you be standing in there to take that?
no way.
Yeah, man, that's coming quite fast. And now we have Keeker back to serve with a knotted up at 2 in this third set. After a quick exchange at the net, Copeland's hit will be unable to be cleanly blocked by Jones, and that'll fall down to the ground for a Swather point. And the set there was a little bit too close to the net, and Kate Oden was unable to get a clean hit on the ball, but they'll go back to the tried and true method of back setting it there to Jones, but the Swathers are able to stop it this time, and the Panthers were lucky to get that one back. And Becker will put that one down. That's got to be a big momentum shift for the Swathers there, as they've been unable to defend that play there from the Panthers, and they were able to that time. That was a nice set there from McLean after the nice short serve to the net, able to get that point there. McLean to serve for. They'll do the same play that Jones and McLean have, but Rouse is unable to put that one down. But Odin with another hitting error. Get the point to Swathers, and that'll put Frowlis back to serve, up 6-3. Swathers really need to be able to get off these quick starts to be able to take control in the match and have their servers just really be able to go for aces like they did there and almost gets another one. Abernathy will send a free ball over. Humphreys will set up Becker, and that was a nice hit, and that'll be a double hit from Odin. I'll give the Swathers another point, making it 7-3. And her serve will go into the net, resulting in the first service error of the game for either side here. That'll put Jones back to serve as Newman comes on for the Libero Pawns. Jones unable to come up on that ball, and it'll fall down for his Swathers point. Becker is back to serve here as Brooklyn Diedrich rotates in for Humphreys. Nice little spin on that ball there, and that one will go way out for Odin there. Gage, the Panther hitters have really struggled with hitting errors and have been unable to get a lot of good attacks on the ball. What do you think is contributing to that? Now can you? Okay, good. I don't know how I got turned down. That'll fall down after the pass was a little bit off there from Yoder, and Elliott will come in for Becker after she goes through her serving rotation to serve for the Panthers. Kaufman. Prowse will set up Copeland on the back set there, and Abernathy is unable to get a clean block, and Copeland will fall down the ground. And speaking of Copeland, Kicker will rotate in for her, and that'll put Yoder back to serve up 10-5. Swathers have got that quick start they wanted, haven't they, Gage?
Yep. Now let's see if they can keep it going.
Right you are, Gage. Right you are. On to Ches, returned by Prowlis, and she'll send a free, or Martin will send a free ball back over, and Keeker and Abernathy battle at the net, and Keeker wins that one. And McLean with the smart play to target that back right corner of the Swathers defense, and Yoder was unable to get back there in time to help that ball, or keep that ball alive. Looks like we have a little bit of a rotation mix-up for the Swathers. One of the referees out on the court seeing what's up. Looks like Coach Peters is conferring with the near side referee. We'll see what happens as a result, but I'm guessing this is just a bunch of talking and nothing, no points are going to be handed out. And that goal is correct as action continues up 10-6. Abernathy will serve for the Panthers. Keith will send a free ball over after the pass and the set weren't too great. On to Jez off the block. Slides right down the net and will fall for another Panther point. It's a really big point for the Swathers here to try to cut off this comeback that the Panthers are making and keep the lead here. When the Swathers play with the lead, they're very good. And they'll set up onto Jez, who makes a hitting error there and falls into the net. It's a really big break for the Swathers, don't you think, Gage?
Yep.
Nice serve down the line there from Barton. They'll set up Ontages again, who this time gets it in, but they'll set up to Feralis, who takes a nice swing at it, but it's tipped at the line. Jones will hit a back row attack, fielded nicely by Martin. Keeger puts it just in the right spot out of the reach of the very long Jones to put the Swathers back up 5 here, with Martin still serving for the Swathers. This is the rotation me and Max were talking about earlier when they have Jones in the front row, who is a great front row player, but just a slightly above average back row player. Keeker's blocked at the net, but managed to get the pass back over, and Jones will take her stab at a back row attack. They'll set it for Alice up. Set's too low, and she's going to have to set it back over the net, and Keeker sends that one back over, not wanting to set it up for someone. Elliott manages to get it up in the air. Nice play. Yoder will have her back row attack favored by the Pawns, and Jones will take a stab and back row attack, and that one's going to sail just out of bounds. Yoder managed to duck down to her, sitting down, and managed to let that one go by her as it was headed right for her. So a big momentum swing there, Gage, and you know, momentum is everything in volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
Hit falls cleanly, but they're going to rule Swathers in the net, so it wouldn't have mattered. We'll have Newman serving for the Panthers. She'll go to Feralis there, and battle at the net is won by Jones, and Elliott will take a free hit, and then it just sail out of bounds. Like we said again, you really feel comfortable in this 4-point lead range, but once it starts getting to 3, 2, and 1, then your nerves start tightening up, and that's kind of what we're talking about there. Is Feralis lifts that one up. Newman will still serve down 10-13 here. Nice serve there from Newman, just right in front of Yoder, and she was unable to get that anywhere close to her setter, and their efforts were in vain to try to return that ball. And Newman will serve, trying to knock this game back up at 13 here. After 2 more serves, I guess. Harley with a nice tip off the blockers there, and they'll go back to Yoder in the back row, and she'll go long, and I think that's going to be a timeout from Coach Peters, wanting to cut the momentum off before the Panthers take the lead there. We would like at this time to say thank you to BMG and Fuquay Insurance, 2 proud Hesston businesses that we are so thankful to them for supporting them. And make sure if you get the chance to go check out BMG or Fuquay Insurance if you're interested in either of those areas. Gage, what do the Swathers need to do to cut off this Panther run right here and start taking back control of this 3rd set?
I would say maybe try to start working more as a team, not individuals. Because, like, what I've been seeing is someone's going to just tip it over, but why not set it up and spike it down?
Good call. Yeah, the Swathers' communication hasn't been as good as it has been in the previous sets, and I do think that is definitely a reason why the score is as close as it is. But now they got Jones back in the front row, and that's exactly where you want to be if you're the Panthers. With Jones in the back row, you've been by far the worst team tonight, but you've been able to play even or even be better than Hesston when you have Jones in the front row. Martin will take a massive swing there from the back row, and she'll find nothing but net. Not in this game of a 13. It's really not where you want to be. Swathers just after having a 5-point lead.
And when you said earlier that it was nothing but net, that is not a good thing in volleyball.
True, Gage. That's kind of why I thought it would be funny, but good call out there to the viewers watching at home. All 494 of you. Keefer will go off Jones' block there. That's a big point for the Swathers there. That was a 7-point run there for the Panthers, but they're able to cut it off here and have Humphreys back to serve. He really needs to rattle off some points here. Nice serve there. McLean will try to set it up for Jones, and she's able to get a pretty good cut hit on in there. But Keeker is going to send one back, and Pons and McLean were unable to communicate who had that ball. Swathers will take back the lead here. That's a really big momentum shift there. Something that Swathers really needed, or at this point they'd be down probably 3 in this match and really be asking for answers. And another nice serve by Humphreys. And McLean's attempt to save that ball is going to fall out of bounds. Making the score Swathers 16, Panthers 14. Nickerson really needs to get something going here. And Humphreys is just getting all the breaks in the world, and it flies over. But it was a nice hustle by Jones and McLean to try to save that, but it was unsuccessful. Humphreys will serve up 17-14 after that big momentum shift from the Panthers. You thought they might take control of this match, and they might still here, but Jones's hit's going to fall into the net, and that's going to be a timeout. It's going to be a big point for the Swathers there. And I'd like to take this time to thank the Hesston Community Foundation. We are joined by Gage, who is a new member of the AV program. How has AV affected you?
Well, for starters, I have my own channel, which I knew nothing about OBS Studios. I know a lot more now.
Yeah, well, are you definitely thankful for the Hesston Community Foundation allowing you to, and so many other students, to be able to join the AV program?
Yep.
As well as this timeout winds down, we'll have Humphreys back to serve, up 18-14 there for the Swathers. This really is a big point for the Panthers. They're unable to get this service back quick, and it doesn't look like they will there as Pons shanked that pass into the net, and no one else was able to get there. No, the set is too far for Jones to get a good hit on that. That's a big break for the Swathers, and another big break as Becker is not blocked there by Jones, and they'll go up 20-14. And the ball bounces off Becker's head there, but I mean, you don't see that too often. I think the Swathers are having a nice smile on their face, which is nice to see in a close game like this. And Rouse has gone to that dumb set a couple times in the second and third set, but has just been unable, been short to get it over. And that's really something you can't have. If you're going to if you're going to pass up the hitter's opportunity to hit the ball, you really got to get that dumb set over.
That was a good way to use your head there, literally.
On to Jess's serve. Humphreys will set up for Alice on the back set, and she'll find ground in the middle of the court. Putting Keeker back to serve, up 21-15. You're really trying to close this out early here if you're the Swathers. With Jones, you don't know if you're going to get some points, and that's maybe a mishit there from Keeker, but still a nice serve. And Copeland off the lefty will hit across the block and find some ground. Nickerson Panthers coach will use their final timeout of this set, and I'd like to take this time to make our final shout out to the Swather Power Club. Did you know that they support all Hesston High School activities and athletics? And they are the only Hesston High School booster club. And if you sign up right now to be a member, you automatically enter the student of their choice to win one of 2 $1,000 college scholarships. Look for them on the Hesston High School website or visit them on Facebook. Gage, are your parents a member of Swather Power Club?
I believe so, yes.
Are you entered in to win that $1,000 college scholarship?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's a real shame, Gage. I'd love to see you win that. as I'm sure anyone would, having $1,000 of college paid for is quite the nice bonus for sure. As college is quite expensive for you young folk watching out there. Kicker serve here. They'll go back set to Jones. And it had been working all the second set, but Swathers may have talked something over and figured it out here, and they go to it again here. And that is going to be ruled a tip by the referee there. Probably the correct call, as the ball probably wouldn't bounce that way off just the net. That'll put McLean back to serve, down 6 here. Pass is too close to the net, and Humphreys tried to keep it away, but she just kept it too flat to get that ball back over. And Panthers are only down 5 here, and they're still trying to make a valiant comeback and clawing and scratching their way into the game, and that'll help there. Unless Swathers are able to get this one back, they are able to after the shank from Yoder. And they make another nice play there to get that one back, and that's quite the – and they just continue to go to Jones in the middle there, and she's not going to miss for the second time. And going down 4 here, it's similar to the same situation. The Swathers were in set number 2. And we'll see what the Swathers can do here. Coach Peter still has 1 timeout remaining to rally the troops, but I don't think he really wants to use it unless he has to. And hopefully he doesn't have to. And Becker will take one. Pons able to set. They'll set up. Odin on the left side there, and she's unable to hit that one back. And Fraus will serve, trying to finish this game out with 2 points to go here. Fraus to serve. Nice serve there in between Pons, and they'll set up, back set up. Jones, but she's blocked. It's where no Panther defenders were, and Fraus will serve with match point here. All the momentum on the side, up 6 here, trying to finish this 3rd and final set out. I'll go to Jones there. Block attempt there is unsuccessful, and she'll give the Panthers back to serve, and she'll take it herself to try to get this game back to manageable territory. They're going to have to rattle off 5 straight points if you're Jones here. She goes with the serve short to Martin. They'll set it Martin back up the middle, and she will put that one down. And that will be the match for the Swathers after taking that first set handily. They had some concerns there in the second set, but managed to make a comeback and win the 3rd set. How do you feel about that performance from the Swathers there?
I feel pretty good about it. They did a solid job. Didn't expect the outcome that was coming. I would have liked for them to win both matches instead of have to go to a 3rd. But other than that, nice job, ladies.
Yep, definitely well done for the Swathers, and they're going to enter the tunnel, which I'm not quite sure is correct, but we may have to end the live stream here. So thank you to watching. Make sure to tune in next Friday at 6:40 for the Hesston versus Halstead football game, and that'll be all from us. And make sure to support the
rival game.
Swathers wherever you go. Go Swathers.